Rising. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is to and for you. So, we get ready to do. What is your perspective of love and why? But our topic is going to be pouring from your cup. Pouring from your cup. Okay? So, that's what our topic going to be. So like I said, Grand Rising, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is to and for you, okay? If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you for joining me. Your likes, shares, comments, subscriptions, and all of those great things, okay? So, hold on, I'm trying to see something real quick. Okay, y'all. So we did the drawing last night, and it was a bit much. Because the video cut off. Like, it froze up, and I had to start all over, do another live. But we got through it. We did the drawing. The winners were announced in last night's live video. It is still up. I'm going to leave it up. You guys, the winners all have 7 days to send me an email with their shipping information, okay? I need your shipping information so I can send you your items. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to pay for shipping or anything. I'm going to take care of that. All you have to do is send me the information where you want your items shipped. Please make sure it's somewhere safe, somewhere you trust, where you can receive your items. Hello, Junior Edward, little. Good evening, 4748X. So, please make sure y'all, the winners, check your, okay? Check your names, check the video, okay? I wanted to do a little drum roll, but we didn't have a drum roll, baby. So we did the best we could, but we got the drawing done. Okay, even after the technical difficulties. So because of all that and me having to restart the video and do it all over again, I didn't do the topic of discussion and insight last night. So I may extend the one we do tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But tonight we're going to do what is your perspective of love and why. And the topic for tonight is going to be pouring from your cup. Okay? Ask yourself, how do you pour from your cup? How do you pour into others? And who do you have pouring into you? If anyone. Okay? If you have to pour into yourself and you have to keep refilling your cup, why are you overextending and pouring into others as much? So what I want to say now, I wrote down something that struck me earlier today, and I'm going to read it. However, I want to say this first. When you pouring out and you have no one pouring in, and you have to continuously pour back into yourself, You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be overextending yourself. That's not healthy for nobody. It's not healthy. Take it from somebody that used to do it, okay? I was an overextender. I used to overdo. So when you don't have anyone pouring into you and you're constantly pouring into others, it weighs you down. It starts the anxiety, the frustration, and all of those things that kick in. And you could be someone who genuinely really likes helping others, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. But you still need someone to pour into you, okay? And not necessarily that you'll need help, but it's just the fact of pause for a minute. We're going to pause. We're going to hold that thought. Because if I didn't say it, I'm getting ready to say it right now. We keep it respectful in the chat. So all your derogatory statements and all your unwanted solicitations, you're going to have to keep that to yourself because I block people for that. All right? I'm not going to limit myself and not be who I am or wear what I want to wear or how I want to wear because you want to be a creep. So just the FYI, if you like it over here, honey, and you would like to stay over here, keep your statements to yourself. All right? So I just had to pause from what I was saying for a minute. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it. But I had to let that be known. And don't disrespect anybody in the chat. The back and forth in the chat, if you start arguing with somebody in my chat, which has happened several times before, I will block you. I will remove the problem. That's my solution. Okay? So we keep it positive over here. We keep it respectful over here, or you get booted from over here. Okay? And I would much rather have you stick around, okay? Because this is a space for everybody to grow and learn together on a positive note. Yes, we laugh. We have a good time. We enjoy ourselves over here. But you keep all that other stuff to yourself. Yep. Think to yourself next time, honey. So, anywho, back to what I was saying. You don't want to constantly pour out of your cup when you have no one pouring into your cup. Okay? Now, I'm going to read what I wrote down. Hello, Anna. Hello, Larry. Hello, Smith. So, I'm going to read this because this is what I wrote down earlier. It says, stop tilting your cup to pour into others. Let them catch your overflow. That way you are not drained and your cup stays full. Okay? Now, let them catch the overflow and you don't tilt your cup. You don't tilt your cup to pour into others. Okay? Because that will cause you to pour out of your cup. And you don't want to pour from your cup. You don't want to pour from your cup. When you constantly in a position where you pouring into yourself and you doing good and you moving in your light and you moving with love, your cup is going to constantly overflow. It's going to overflow. Okay? So you want others to catch that overflow from your cup because it's still good. It's still with love. It's still with genuineness, okay? Because you could let it overflow to the flow, baby. It can overflow to the ground, okay? But let somebody catch that overflow. That's okay. But you don't want to have to tilt your cup to pour into others and it's taken away from you and you have nothing being poured back into yourself, okay? Now, where this came, Grand Horizon Enchanted Star, how you feeling, love? Now, this came to me. I seen a video and this guy was talking about his favorite Bible verse, and I laughed. I said, "Okay, let's hear this. Let's hear what this is." So, and I said that because, and this was just me thinking to myself, but I always ask people when I see people with Bibles and I see people like say I'm catching a cab, a Lyft, or Uber or something, and I see a Bible on the dashboard, I always ask people what's their favorite Bible verse when I see their Bible. Because some people just have them there just to have them there, you know. And I've also noticed that. So I always just pick people brains. Just, it's what I do. I can't help it. So I always ask people what's their favorite Bible verse, right? And y'all know, if you new here and you don't know, I'm not religious, okay? I'm not religious. But I know some things, okay? And I don't will never disrespect or knock anybody's beliefs or religion. I will never do that. I respect whatever it is you believe in that helps you grow better, okay? In your light with love. I can respect that 24/7. So, but I know the Bible. So I ask people all the time what's their favorite Bible verse. So when he said it, and that was the thing, the clickbait, so to speak, for the video, I'm like, okay, let's hear this. And he was like, Psalm 23:5. And I said, dang. So then I had to say it out loud because I don't do verses in the Bible. I don't do that. I do chapters. Because when I speak chapters, I speak the whole chapter. I don't speak a verse. Now, and some of y'all might have heard me say this before, Psalm 23, 27, and 91 are my favorite chapters from the book of Psalm. And I repeat those every day before I get out of bed. The whole chapter, though. I don't never just do a verse. That's never been my thing. So I had to repeat. I had to say it out loud so I could see what verse 5 was, because I just know the chapters. I know the chapters. And that's just me being real with y'all, because we're going to sit here and act like, oh, I know something. No, I know chapters, because that's what I study. That's what I know. That's what I read. So that's what it is. So I'm like, dang, that's one of my favorite chapters. So I said, okay, let me listen to it. But Psalm 23:5 is the part where they talking about pouring in, your cup overflowing. Never said nothing about pouring out. So I'm like, dang. People always pouring out of their cup into others. They pour into others and they pour into others and pour into others until they don't have nothing left. You know, you constantly pouring from one cup to another until you have nothing left. But God never said nothing about pouring out of your cup. It was about the overflow. So I'm just like, dang. So I had to take a minute and think about it. But that's how I ended up writing this down, because that's what came to me. So I said this would be a good topic to discuss, because in relationships, in love, in partnerships, in situationships, in at work, at home, you with family, friends, whatever, you could pour a lot of yourself into others and still not have anyone pouring into you. Ask me how I know. Okay? I told you I used to do it. I used to be like that. Constantly, I was the go-to. Call, they know I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do what need to be done. We ain't got to go through the motions of it. I'm going to just do it. So that's how I always was until I found myself in a place of depression, and I found myself stuck having to dig myself out of situations, and not to blame nobody, because that's my fault. I let that happen, knowing better. So it's now that I really know better, I don't overextend. I don't overgive. I don't constantly pour. I don't do that. But when I heard that, and it made sense to me, because you know, I'm one of them where you gotta make it make sense. You gotta make it make sense. So yeah, that's what I wrote down. Um, I'm wonderful as well, honey. Right, Anna. Oh my God. Listen, Anna. Anna said, now, I told y'all about how I always see people with the Bible on their dashboard. And you know, some people just have them just to have them there. But this what Anna said. She said, like people that keep it in the house wide open but never read it. You know how many houses I done walked in, they got the Bible wide open sitting on the table. Dusty than a mug. Ain't turned nan page. They just got it open. Just got it open. And I swear I remember, I think it was last summer, I said something about me going to a friend's house and they had their Bible open and it was on Isaiah. What I seen when I looked down and it was highlighted, Isaiah 41:10, which is something that I looked at in one of my books because I had Isaiah 41 written down in one of my books. And then like days later, I ended up seeing it highlighted in this person's Bible. So that was a sign for me in that moment. But person Bible was dusty than a mug. They ain't opened that mug up. They ain't turned the page. Ain't did nothing. So I'm just like, okay, I know some people leave scriptures open because that's their way of protecting their space and all of that. But dang, turn the pages. Turn a couple pages. You might, you might need to turn a couple pages, baby. You might need to open that thing up, let the pages breathe. Get the little dust buddies off of that mug. Turn a few pages. Hey, no ego. What's going on, honey? Just turn a couple pages. Dang, that's funny. I just heard that song again. That's what I just heard in my who is that? I was singing that song earlier on my way to work. I ain't heard that song in forever. I think it's Bobby Valentino. I think it's called Turn the Page. I bust out singing that on my way to work earlier. I don't know why, because I ain't heard the song in years. Alexa, but that's what I just thought about again. They said turn that page. Somebody need to turn some pages. Flip a few pages, baby. Don't let it just sit there and get dusty. If you gonna have it, use it. Okay, use it. Ain't nothing wrong with it, use it. I tell you all the time, it's a learning tool. Use it. You shouldn't have it if you ain't gonna use it. Oh no, Ego, I've read the Bible multiple times. Multiple times. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy the stories in the Bible. I like to read and I love reading different things. So yeah, I do. I do. Just bought me a new one last week. Yes, I did. Felt like I needed it. Felt like I just wanted to. Some said go buy it, so I went and bought it. Went to the bookstore, picked it up. Alexa, play Bobby Valentino Turn the Page. I think that's the Alexa, volume up one. That is that song. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to listen to that because I ain't heard that in a long time. Most certainly, we should all take something from it. We should all take something from it. Because if you don't know, and this was supposed to be our topic of discussion and insight yesterday, was God, the Bible, and religion. That was supposed to be our topic yesterday. We may do it tomorrow. But you should take something from it because it teaches you things that you need to know about self. And if you really study it the way it's supposed to be studied, Come on now. If you really study it the way it's supposed to be studied, then you would fully understand more about yourself. You would start to learn more about yourself, your light, your body. You can take it downstairs. It's jerk chicken. Awesome. But yeah, it's where I think where the Bible frustrates people at is they don't have understanding of it. You know, they don't really study what they read. They don't. Yeah, you found one. Give your brother one. Alexa, volume down one. Hurry up and close the door, please, because you disrupted me. Thank you. But where people get frustrated at is they don't take the time to learn and study what they're reading, and they just take what people tell them instead of, and you could take what people tell you even, but what people tell you should trigger something in you to want to study and learn further. I always tell people being in church is supposed to be your stepping stone to learning more about your spirituality. If you can grow in the church you're in, beautiful. Do your thing, okay? But it's meant for you to step into your spirituality. And I'm not talking about nothing evil, spiteful, hateful, low vibrational. No. I'm talking about in your higher self, okay? That's what it's supposed to do. Religion is so misplaced. But the Bible is most certainly a tool to help you grow spiritually. It definitely is. I will never say it's not. Are some things in the Bible contradicting? Absolutely. Hello, Edgar. Absolutely. Yes, it is. But there's several other books that have things that's contradicting. So look past that like you would look past anything else. Okay, just like anything else. And just take the parts that apply to you. Take the parts that help you grow better. Take the real information. Take the real information that's in there and apply it to your life and your betterment to help you grow better, because it's most certainly a tool. People just they just don't know what they're reading, or they haven't been taught in a correct way. And you have so many false prophets and false teachers out here misguiding and misleading people and leading them straight into their destruction, baby. Leading them straight into destruction. And you would never know it because you thinking, okay, this person said they a man or woman of God. They said they do this. I seen them read that Bible. I seen them carry that Bible. That don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. God gonna tell you who to follow. God gonna tell you who to listen to. When your spirit start talking to you and your soul like, yeah, that's it right there. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Let this person teach you. Let this person guide you. Let this person do what need to be done. Your spirit gonna speak to you. It's up to you whether you listen or not. You can't listen to all these people that got a Bible in their hand. You can't do that. Because half of them ain't studied not a thing in there. Ain't studied nothing. The only thing they know is what somebody else told them. Ain't studied a drop of nothing in it. And they'll be the ones that'll shoot scriptures at you all day. But I told y'all what I do. When I read, I don't do verses. I never have. I can't. The only verse that I could tell you exactly is the verse, the one I just said. And that's only because I had to repeat it to say it. And John 3:16, which everybody know because it's popular. That was the first verse I learned as a child. So that's the only verse I could tell you. I read chapters. I don't read verses because I feel like that's why when I tell people, when I get scriptures, when I was doing readings and I would get scriptures and I give them to y'all and I'll be like, look these up, but read the whole chapter because the whole chapter is relevant. I'm never going to be like, oh, just read a verse. Oh, go to this verse. Oh, go to that verse. No, read the entire chapter because I don't want you to miss a beat. I don't know what part of that chapter may be relevant to you. I don't know what part in that book of that chapter may be relevant to you. You might need the whole thing, baby. So I'm going to tell you read the whole thing. I'm never going to tell you read a verse. That don't even make sense to me. Because I've learned more reading full chapters and repeating full chapters in my prayers than a verse. And that's just being honest. I had about a month ago, maybe a little over a month, I was at work and we was doing a grieving. It was like a grieving session and stuff. And I was asked to lead the prayer out of nowhere. Just it was blew me because I was doing something completely different. And they came in, the lady came in and she asked me, she said, Danielle, can you lead the prayer? I said, okay. And at first I was hesitant, but I was like, okay, she must trust me to do it because they know I don't play about God. They know. People that be around me, they know I don't play about God. Now, I don't care what nobody say on the surface level on social media, but the people that be around me, they know I don't play about God. But she came to me and she asked me to lead prayer for that group. So I did. But the prayer I did was Psalm 23. And I did the whole entire thing. I didn't do a verse. And my supervisor came up to me and she was like, how do you know that? She was like, I'm however old she is. I think she like 60. She was like, I've been praying for years and I don't know that whole prayer. She was like, how do you know that? I said, that's one of the 3 psalm prayers I speak every morning. Every morning. I've been saying that prayer for years, but that's one of the 3 that I speak every morning. It's like when you have a routine and these your everyday habits, you don't forget them. It don't leave your mind, it don't leave your heart, it don't leave your spirit, it don't leave your soul. When you really truly walk it and talk it how you walk it and talk it and you mean it, it ain't nothing to memorize. It's like telling the truth. You don't forget the truth, you'll forget a lie. That's how I look at it. So, but yeah, they was shocked. Like, how do you know that? I'm just like, I thought everybody know, but everybody don't know. Edgar, I remember you. You was just here the other day. One thing about it, the people I interact with on here and that interact with me and us all that go back and forth in the chat, I don't forget y'all. I don't forget names. I don't forget faces. My memory is top tier. You hear me? My visual is insane. So, no, I don't forget. Mm-mm. No. So, I guess I'll stop running my mouth for about 5 minutes and let y'all chime in and say whatever y'all want to say or ask. You know, because that's what we here for everybody to speak and ask questions if y'all want to. If y'all want to. Strictly up to y'all. But I'm leave the chat open for about the next 5 minutes. Great day, Jen. What's going on, love? You know what? Maybe because I'm a fire sign, Jen. I think that's because I'm a fire sign. Yeah. You know, fire is that south energy. So you'll have like a natural southern hospitality and energy about yourself. It's all signs. Earth, wind, fire, air, north, south, east, west. Yeah. I Y'all know how I am with a shot. I just know some things. But I get that a lot. I don't know why. People say that about me a lot. A lot. And I'm not country. I wasn't raised in the South. Nope. I'm up north. Yep. Born in Ohio, raised in Michigan. Yeah. Hello, May Gray. I love the South though. I'm planning on, I wanna move down south. My sons wanna move down south too. Yeah, I get that a lot. That's so crazy. So crazy. But I really think it's because I'm a fire sign. And beat them. And I get that same energy from other fire signs, though. Like fire signs have a natural comfort. You know, a natural, they naturally got hospitality. Is weird, but I've never met a fire sign that wasn't naturally hospitable. It's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I've never met one that wasn't naturally like that. But yeah, maybe that's why. Well, then too, Jen, I'm a nurturer by nature. I love to nurture others. It's a thing. And I like for when people are around me and in my energy, I like for them to feel comfortable and safe. So that's, you know, I want you to feel good around me and in my energy. I don't want you to feel uneasy or misplaced or like you in the no. You gonna feel all the way comfortable. And it's funny because a friend of mine is a Sagittarius and would come in my house and be like, man, it's like my granny house over here. But it's so everybody say that. Well, like when people come in my house, it don't matter wherever I've ever lived. They always like, why is it so comfortable in here? They come in and go to sleep. They'll sit right down, go to sleep. I'll be like, I don't know, people just comfortable around me. They just comfortable around me. And I don't be like, get out, wake up, get your ass up. I don't do none of that. I let people do as they want. Long as they ain't disrespecting my environment. Mm-mm. Yeah. I feel like anybody should be like that though. You know, Why not? Why would you make somebody feel uncomfortable in your space? That's not right. You know? The only people that make people feel uncomfortable is those who are uncomfortable around others or they just don't want you around. That's how I feel like for a person, they'll intentionally just be an asshole or make you feel uncomfortable to get you out their space and to get you away from them or and that could be for any reason. But it's like if you don't want to be around somebody, say that. Don't make a person feel uncomfortable. That's just shitty to me. Yeah, I was supposed to take a nap earlier when I got off work. I didn't. I didn't. I was writing, listening to music. My son irritated the shit out of me when I got off of work, so I couldn't go to sleep. I had to write and listen to some music. So then I was alright, but it was too late to fall asleep. So, and I got a long, 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 long day tomorrow. I got such a long day tomorrow. Lord knows, I ain't ready. Oh, Jen, I love a bonfire. I love it. Ain't did one in a few years, but whew, I love a good bonfire. Yes. Enchanted Star, you have a fabulous evening as well, love. Y'all about to get off here. Because I need to go to bed. I got to get ready for bed first. That's a process. So, I will see y'all though in the morning for Rising Wisdom to start your day. And then tomorrow is Wednesday, so we'll be doing topic of discussion and insight. We gonna follow up on our topic that we were supposed to do yesterday. But for today's topic, for what is your perspective of love and why, the whole pouring from your cup, be mindful how you pour from your cup. You shouldn't be pouring from your cup. Okay? So be mindful of that. Let your cup overflow. Allow your cup to overflow. Let it do what it do. Let your cup overflow. Let people catch some of that drip. I gotta go to bed. Yeah, it's time to go to bed. Alright, y'all. Be blessed. Nothing less. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I will see y'all. If y'all, let me read this again because I feel like I need to read this to y'all again. Okay. This is what I read in the beginning, but I'm going to read it again because I feel like I need to. I feel like I should. So, and I wrote this down earlier. That's where the whole pouring from your cup came from. Okay. And it don't matter. It could be relationships, love, marriage, friends, family, work, whatever it is. Don't overextend. Don't continue to pour out your cup. It says, stop tilting your cup to pour into others. Let them catch your overflow. That way you are not drained and your cup stays full. Okay? Take that message with you for the night. All right? Speak Psalm 23 out loud before you go to bed. All right? Yeah, somebody need that. If you're anything like me, speak Psalm 23, 27, and 91. before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. Try it for 7 days straight. I highly recommend. 7 days straight. Let me know what changes around you after that. Now I'm giving y'all an assignment. I ain't gave nobody an assignment in a while. No, that's a lie. I gave y'all an assignment the other week. But that's your assignment. You ain't got to be religious. Okay? You ain't got to be religious. It's just challenge. This is what I challenge y'all to do. Okay? Speak Psalm 91, 27, and 23. I want you to write down what situation you're dealing with right now, and write down after 7 days of you speaking that every day. After 7 days, let me know what changes around you. Okay? Compare. All right? And we're going to revisit this in 7 days. I'm going to write it down so I'll put it on my calendar. I would love to hear y'all feedback, because I know what it do. I ain't got to... I know what it do. So I just want to see... I want to hear y'all feedback. I want y'all feedback. Yep. Repeat Psalm 23, 27, and 91 for 7 days. Come back and tell me what changes around you. You're going to be surprised. All right? Add it to your regular prayers that you do. That's what I challenge y'all to do. Okay? You're going to love it. Be blessed, nothing less. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all in the morning. Good night. Good night.